Can you do me a favor? Can you run this one? You know why we talked a little bit ago.
Oh, great. I don't have an agenda in front of me because I thought you were gonna read it. Hang on a second.
Okay, sorry. I mean, I can do it if I need to.
Yeah, I just didn't print the agenda because it was only the one item. So,
Okay. All right, I'll run it. That's fine.
okay, sorry about that.
No worries. Staff, are we ready to start? We're at 2:00.
Are you gonna open the meeting, Ken, or are you?
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. I was waiting to see. I couldn't see who all was there. So we got Vida and myself on the line. We're still missing one of the commissioners. It looks like Rob Jacobson.
Can you hear us, Vida?
Yeah, I can.
Can't hear
Hello?
you.
We can't hear you. Hold on.
No.
Hey, there. Nope, that's not Rob. Is Rob online, guys? Anybody?
I don't see him.
It's not off, so it should be on her end.
Okay. Do we want to try and reach out and call him before we get started?
Don't look at me to fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were coming over here to fix it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call this meeting to order then.
Yeah, I don't think they can hear me.
Can I hear you, Vida?
Okay.
There we go. I was looking for Rob Jacobson. I don't see him online. Does anybody know if he's online?
It looks like.
Rob, if you're online, speak up. All right, let me try and call him before we get started.
Is our microphone on?
I hear you, Nikki.
Yeah, Ken, I'm not sure they're hearing us. Everybody that's in the Zoom is hearing each other. I'm not sure that they're hearing us
I
in the
don't think they
chambers.
are.
Can you hear anybody, Steve? Are you on there?
I'm not on there.
Oh,
We can hear you guys.
They can't hear us.
We can hear you.
No, you're on Zoom too. I think
Oh.
everybody on Zoom is hearing everybody,
Okay.
but Chambers is not hearing us.
Oh, got it. Okay.
message Ken and see if he's gonna
So
start. the
Mrs.
meeting.
Swanson, how many people do we have from the council?
3.
Yeah, I got Ray and Stan and Fran's online, right?
We had Felicity. Yeah, we have Felicity, Fran, and Ray. So we have a quorum. Oh, Stan.
Yep. Stan is right back here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Just to let everyone know, if you are not talking, you need to mute your speaker because it causes feedback.
So everybody online knows I'm trying to call the county now, but nobody's answering the phone.
Okay, Ken, I just talked to Andrew. They're having technical difficulties in Chambers.
Okay,
IT's on
good. You
its
got a
way.
hold of him? Yeah, and I can't get a hold of Rob Jacobson, so I don't know what's going on with him.
He probably forgot. It is 2:00 in the afternoon on an off Thursday, so
Yeah, whose bright idea was this?
anyways, but yeah, we're all hearing each other, but Chambers, Andrew said, yeah, they're not hearing us at all, so IT's on its way.
Do you want to try and call Rob and see if he'll answer for you? All I have is a cell number.
Yeah, I sent him a text. We'll see if he responds to that.
Oh, there's Josh. Hold on. Hey, Josh. Yeah, no, we were just trying to let you guys know we couldn't hear you in chamber, or you guys couldn't hear us in chambers. Obviously, we could hear you just fine. Well, that sucks. All right. Well, you enjoy your vacation and go back to fishing or whatever it is you're doing.
He's on vacation.
All right, buddy. Bye.
All right, we have it fixed here in the chambers.
All right. So you can hear us now?
We can, yes.
So why am I getting? All right. So there we go. Give me just 2 seconds here. For some reason, when you got whatever you guys did down there affected my view on screen. It just went to back to the Zoom app. Okay, there we go. So we're on speaker. Okay, so anybody have any problems with me opening the meeting now?
I think we're all good.
Okay. Lyon County Board of County Commissioners, Thursday, June 23rd, 2022, 2 p.m. We're going to jump right down to the agenda. To avoid meeting disruptions, please place cell phones and beepers in silent mode or turn them off during the meeting. Board reserves the right to take items in a different order to accomplish business in the most efficient manner. Items may be combined for consideration and items may be pulled or removed from the agenda at any time. Restrictions on comments made by the general public. Any such restrictions must be reasonable and may restrict the time, place, and manner of the comments, but may not restrict the comments based on viewpoint. Today, we're having a Board of Commissioners special meeting. All or some of the Board of Commissioners may elect to call into this meeting. Alrighty, we're going to go to item number 1. Roll call.
Mr. Commissioner?
Yeah,
Hi, this is Kim Swanson with the City of Fernley.
that's right.
Can you please call to order the meeting of the Fernley City Council? As
I
well,
think-
this is a joint meeting.
Okay, and I think the mayor needs to do that if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, then Mr. Mayor can go ahead and do that. Thank you.
Ken, you want to go ahead and do your roll call and then I'll call ours in the meeting?
Okay, so it looks like we have in chambers Commissioner Henderson and Commissioner Hockaday. On Zoom, we have myself and Commissioner Keller, and Commissioner Jacobson is absent.
Okay, call the city, special meeting for the City of Fernley Council. I'm not going to read the same report that Commissioner Gray already read, but we are open for public comment. Roll call show that the mayor is present. I have Councilman Lau, Councilman Lacey in my office, and I believe Mrs. Swanson, who is online.
You have Fran.
Okay. And who else?
Kim, you're muted.
We have Councilwoman Zabriskie and Councilwoman McKay
All right.
online.
Let the record show who's present. Okay, Ken, it's your show.
Alrighty, Mr. Mayor, will you lead us in the pledge, please, sir?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I gotta say, that was a funny picture. All I had were commissioners' bellies all over the place.
A really big one.
Alrighty, we're gonna go to our first public participation at this point. It's anticipated that public participation will be held at this time, though it may be returned to at any time during the agenda. Citizens wishing to speak during public participation are asked to state their name for the record and will be limited to 3 minutes. The board will conduct public comment after discussion of each agenda item. But before the board takes any action, do we have any public comment?
I don't see any on Zoom.
Okay. We're going to move on to item number 4 then, for possible action, review and adoption of agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, at this time, we'll go ahead and take the vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And Mr. Mayor, can you find out who on your side approved the agenda on your side?
I'm sorry. So we also need to open up for Mrs. Swanson. Do you have anybody on Zoom for public comment?
No, sir.
Okay. all those that are on, vote yes, or to approve the agenda. Yeah.
Aye.
Okay, so we have,
This is Felicity Zabriskie. I vote aye.
Okay, so I have 4 ayes.
and we have 4 ayes.
Okay.
So the agenda has passed. We're going to move on to item number 5A for possible action. Approve to canvass the vote from the 2022 primary election for NRS 293.387. Nikki, I believe this is your turn.
Okay, I'm Nikki Bryan. I'm the clerk and treasurer for Lyon County. And also the reason that FERNLEY is with us today is because we are contracted to do their elections. And so they are approving their races and will be approving, I mean, you will approve the whole canvas, but then they will also additionally approve your or their races.
Okay.
I want to just make a statement. When we, of course, you all know that we use some machines and we use paper ballots. The paper ballots, there were quite a few more than of those, as you can see on your canvas. Did you all get that, by the way? You
I
all-
did.
Great big document. Okay. So you can also see from that there's a lot of information there, and I hope you had a chance to look at that. We, at the very beginning, we did a pre-lat, which is a test of the machines and the tabulators before the election. And in order that I am really comfortable with the way it goes, I actually marked my own test deck. And what we do is just run test ballots through the tabulator to make sure that it's tabulating correctly. And instead of getting a pre-ordered test deck from anybody, which I could do, but I would rather do it myself, and it takes me a lot longer to do it that way, but I just feel like it's really worth the extra effort. And so that all turned out good. When we did the pre-lat, we ran everything through and it turned out exactly the way I had my spreadsheet marked. And also after the election, we have to do at least 4 printers off of 4 random machines. And so I have those all done. Everything was perfect. There's 4 printers here and the machine rolls, and we go through there and hand count every single ballot that is on that machine. So we have to get all of the rolls that were on that machine for that whole period of time. And that also turned out right to the it balanced perfectly. So if anybody has any questions about what I sent you, I'd be glad to try to answer anything. I'm not sure what more information you want from me.
Does anybody have any questions for Nikki?
Yes, I do.
Who is that, please? I'm sorry, identify yourself.
Yeah, I have a question on the, basically the totals. Looking at any one of the squares, you'll have times cast. Let's say, clerk treasurer. Says times cast 8,941 and total would be 19,574. My question deals with when you have total votes at the bottom of the column, it says 7973. So there is a variation between 8941.
Which page are you on?
I'm on second, let's see, page
8.
Page 8. Yeah, 8 of 10. Top of the page. Just, I mean, you could grab any of them. There's always a difference between. And
So which race are you on?
I'm just at the top. They're clerk
Okay.
treasurer.
Okay.
And I'm just basically, if you do the math, you've got 19,574, 8,941, and it comes out to 45.68% of the vote cast on the number that are available to vote. But then under total votes, down there at the bottom underneath the St. John and Lane, 7973. So there's a difference there of, a couple thousand votes. And I just wondering how that totals up. What else would keep that top number from being different from the total votes number at the bottom?
One big thing is that people don't vote for every race.
Okay.
And so they may have just voted for the governor in that race, or they may have voted for the governor and the attorney general, or the governor and a commissioner, or maybe nobody. But if they checked in and they were issued a ballot and they actually voted, they're still counted in that, but they just didn't.
Okay, I assume that much, but just want to make sure that that's where I was heading with that. Thank you very much.
Any further questions by any commissioners or council members or the mayor? Okay, seeing no further questions, we are looking for a motion to approve the canvass the vote. And I think, Mr. Mayor, you'll need I think you'll need a commensurate motion as well.
Right, go ahead and do yours and then I'll do ours.
Okay.
Chairman Gray, I'll motion that we approve the canvass of the vote from the primary of 2022.
Second.
I'm sorry, who's the second?
Mr. Hockaday.
Mr. Hockenay. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Do we have any public comment at this time before we take a vote on this?
I'd like to say something if I could.
Go ahead, Dana.
So my complaint.
I'm sorry, Dana, can you back up? Can you please identify yourself for the record?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Dana Yulehorn, for the record, from Fernley. So my complaint with the way this vote was taken is that recently DMV changed the way they register people to vote. And when people came in to do their licenses renewals, they re-registered them without letting them know that they changed their affiliation. Quite a few people got caught out on this. And so there's quite a few people that have been turned into nonpartisan voters or non-party voters that didn't intend to do that. And so they were unable to vote for their person, anybody in their party that they generally associate with. So I really believe that the DMV needs to let everybody know how many people were affected this way in each county and send them notices and let them redo their vote. It won't affect the timing of installing officers because that doesn't happen until after the general election in November. But I think that it needs to be done because some of these races, in fact, Vida's race was won by less than 30 votes or something. So that may make a difference in the outcome by allowing these people to vote. And that's my objection to the way this voting was done. What this does, it disenfranchises voters. They don't feel like they have a voice whatsoever when they get blocked from being able to vote for who they want to.
Chairman Gray, could I respond to that?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I was going to call on you so you could let them know what the fix was for that.
Okay, thank you. Actually, there was a period of a few months that the DMV was, that's what was happening. I believe that was fixed in October. So now if you are registered as whatever you're registered, then if you don't either opt out or pick a party, that's what causes the change. But they have fixed it now so that if you don't pick a party, then it stays the party that you were registered before you got your driver's license renewed. And then secondly, it didn't really disenfranchise anybody because we have same-day voter registration, and those people could have all voted up to 7 o'clock on election day and changed their party and gotten the right ballot.
So I want to address both of those issues.
Mr. Yulehorn, this isn't, I hate to do this to you, I hate to shut you down, but this isn't a debate. You had your time and then Nikki, as the clerk, was able to respond. But I will open it up. I'm very sorry about that. I don't mean to be rude, but is there any other further public comment on this? Okay. All in favor of the motion as it stands, please signify by saying aye from the county commissioners.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, signify by saying nay. Okay, the canvas of the vote passes 4-0. Mr. Mayor, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. So I will take a motion. Somebody wants to make a motion, Stan,
I'll make a motion to
accept the canvas.
accept the canvas for 2022. I'll second it.
I have a motion made by Councilman Wow, seconded by Councilman Lacy to accept the canvas for the 2022 vote. Any other comment?
One more comment that I have, oh, sorry. I'll let you vote.
Thank you. Seeing no comment. How do you vote, Councilman Lacy?
I vote yes.
Councilman Wow,
Yes.
Councilwoman McKay,
Yes.
who else is on? Councilwoman Levorsky, are you there?
I vote yes.
Okay. Anybody else? Councilman Torres? All right, so passes 4-1 absent.
Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
Okay, at this time, we're going to go on to commissioners' comments, and I will open up with
Chairman Gray,
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to see if we could refer back to Nikki. She had a comment she wanted to make.
Okay, yeah, it's true. She did. Nikki, have you got something, ma'am?
I was just gonna say that if there's anybody online that wants to call me and have a deeper discussion, I would be glad to accommodate that.
Thank you, Nikki. You're always good for that, and you're always willing to talk to people, right, wrong, or indifferent, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to commissioners' comments. I'm going to go to chambers. I'm going to start with Commissioner Hockaday.
I just wanted to thank Nikki for her diligence. I know you do go in and do a lot of extra work to ensure that we all feel confident in the vote. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, Commissioner Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I also want to thank Nikki for your long work at this. We appreciate it, and we appreciate everything you do. And I also want to congratulate all the people who ran for office, both those who were successful and those who were not. It takes a little bit of courage to stand up and put your name out there and run for public office. And so congratulations to everyone who stood up and was participating in this election.
Thank you. Commissioner Keller.
I just want to say, hey, great primary. I think it went fairly smoothly. Nikki, you and I can talk offline a little bit moving on to the general election. But kind of like, woohoo, you got one more to go, Nikki.
Thank you, Commissioner Keller. I'd just like to say, I don't know. I mean, I think we've all got problems with the way elections are run these days. I don't even think Nikki likes the way they're run totally these days, but she has to play the hand she's dealt by the legislature and by the Secretary of State. That being said, though, I will tell you, their office works so very hard. They had people in on days off. They were working 16, 18-hour days. And one thing I'll never question about it is how hard that office works. And I want to thank you guys. That being said, I'm really disappointed with the way some of the volunteers and some of the paid people out in the field were treated by people coming in to vote. There is no reason to unleash a tirade of profanities on people out there trying to assist you in casting your vote, whether they're collecting the votes. They have nothing to do with the way the elections are run. Take that up with your legislature and your Secretary of State's office. They're just executing what was given to them. And please pass that on. Keep that in mind. And let's get that fixed going forward. So, they don't have to play the hand they're dealt, because they are doing the best job they possibly can. Nobody's ever questioned their loyalty or their, how hard they work. So Nikki, thank you to you and your staff. And I know I'm a pain in your butt sometimes, but please don't ever think that I don't appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, anybody on the council want to make a comment?
I do.
Go ahead.
I want to give my thanks to Kim and her staff, because they work just as hard up here as those guys down there in the county do. So I want to thank Kim.
Okay.
And you have our thanks as well, Kim. I was leaving it to your staff to thank you and, our folks on this side.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Either one of you have comment?
No, except thank you. I think everybody did a great job.
Thank you, Nikki and Kim.
Okay, Councilwoman.
And I want to add to that without Kim, we would, she completely handles everything internally for me. And I don't have to worry about how that's done because she's been there a long time. She knows what the drill is and she finds the poll workers. I give her a list of what we start with and she finds them and takes care of them and trains them and all of that. So we really do appreciate that.
Okay, so on behalf of the council, I think I would speak as well. Mrs. Swanson and you work with the county and the county's done a great job. Your staff, you were here long hours. I know, I watched, I was in and out all day long and polling went pretty good. And I want to thank the county. Thank you, Mrs. Swanson and your staff.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Felicity, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank our city staff as well for all the hard work that they've put in and the county level too. I know you guys do so much. So thank you. It's very appreciated.
The only other thing I'd like to add is I concur, Ken, I realize things are difficult. I know people are having a tough time. I understand nationally there's problems, there's the economy, fuel is, but to take it out on somebody who's trying to do a good job and participate, there is no excuse for that. The people at polling did a remarkable job. And I think that we need to be a little bit more civil with those individuals. They don't make these rules. And unfortunately, people that do make the rules meet once every 2 years. You need to talk to them. Neither the county commissioners nor the city council or the mayor make these rules, but we will follow them because they are the law of the land. And to Mrs. Swanson and to the county staff, thank you so much. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So at this time, I'm going to open it up and I'll just, if it's okay with you, Mr. Mayor, I'll open it up for jointly for everybody participating in your meeting and our meeting, open it up to final public participation. Anybody have anything? A lot of people online, but nobody's saying anything. Mr. Wagner, nothing today? All righty. Well, with that, I am going to go ahead and wrap the gavel and adjourn this joint session. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody have a great day.
Bye,
What's
guys.
left of it.
Bye.
Bye, Fran. Bye, Roy. I feel like Romper Room. Romper.
I know,
Stomp, Romper
right?
Who.